Hi, I'm Quinton McCallum, here with Elizabeth Anderson, as we take stock of this week's big news stories. Grain deliveries have slowed in the past few weeks, signalling the end of the 2016-17 harvest. Viterra received just 4,000 tonnes this week, pushing the state's harvest total to just over 9 million tonnes. Viterra Group Commercial Manager Andrew Hannon said the company had already shipped 2.7 million tonnes out across their 6 terminals, mainly going to China, India, Indonesia, the Middle East and Europe. In the state's largest cropping region, the Eyre Peninsula, almost 3.5 million tonnes was repped, with most farmers recording their best tonnages despite some frost and isolated hail damage.
SA Senator Nick Xenophon has agreed to tour Queensland farming communities, while Queensland Nationals MP David Littlewood will visit the Murray Mouth as part of a plan to improve communication surrounding the Murray-Darling Basin debate. This comes as the Murray-Darling Basin Authority and the federal and state water ministers discuss potentially reducing water recovery targets in the Northern Basin. Mr Xenophon said the Trib Exchange was an opportunity for the politicians to challenge their perspectives about the right way to manage the entire system.
South East residents fear the state government will use the energy crisis to give the go-ahead for unconventional gas projects in the region. The state's $550 million energy plan, unveiled this week, remains strongly focused on gas. The plan is offering a 10% stake in royalties for landowners willing to open their property to gas exploration. Ag advocate Ann Dorr says the incentives are bribes and fears it will divide communities. Repower Port Augusta spokesperson Dan Spencer says a much smarter alternative for SA's energy woes is solar thermal power.
Livestock SA will vote next week on whether they would like to see an industry body oversee the spending of levy funds by Australian Wool Innovation. Livestock SA Vice President Joe Keynes said a recent Senate estimates hearing had raised the question about if WI was truly accountable and transparent with the expenditure of levy funds. Among the topics considered by Livestock SA members in the vote will be if Wool Producers Australia would be the best option to review the spending. A similar vote was held by the Victorian Farmers Federation's Livestock Council, which passed unanimously in favour of WPA taking on the role of legislated industry group. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to pick up a copy of today's paper.